Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if I'm going to ask you one final question, and it's a biggie, like for people just in general, so it doesn't have to be first home buyers, but when it comes to financial planning, what is one of the biggest mistakes that you see people are making?
Well, the biggest mistake would be the off the plan apartments.
Yeah.
That would be, I mean,
For a property purchase.
For a property purchase,
Yeah.
that'd be easily the mistake. If buying an apartment generally is not a great idea. Like, we would always advise people to buy land, something with land. I've bought an apartment. I've made the mistake. I'm living proof. I've felt the pain. But it wasn't, thankfully, something in South Bank Docklands. You know, that's probably the biggest mistake that you can make, I would say. Yeah,
and
I'm happy to be proved
killer.
wrong. Yeah, it is a wealth killer. I'd happy to be proved wrong. It's not just the properties haven't moved a lot in value, and there's always supply coming on of that same property, which makes there's no scarcity. But it's also the holding costs of those. So you might have, it's worth $500,000, and you're getting maybe two and a half grand a month. But it's the OC fees that come with that. It might even have a cladding issue that you've got to rectify. Like, there's these other costs of which have just destroyed
insurance is continuing to shoot up.
Yeah. So that's probably the biggest mistake. And then also, maybe on the flip side of that, it's a first home buyer. It feels like I'm kicking apartments, but a first home buyer buying an apartment for where they are today, and not just thinking a little bit further. Maybe it's a villa or a townhouse or something where you've got the opportunity, if you're having a family, to grow a little bit in there, rather than, oh my God, we've in an apartment, I've got a baby that's just started walking, and I'm stuck in this apartment all day. I need to get out. I need a small backyard, something.
Yeah.
So it's probably at both ends.
Those are the big ones that you see.
I would say that those are the big ones. Yeah. So I mean, there's strategy things where, when you're looking at where you buy a house, you pay down the house, you've done very well, tick, of paying down the house. You're then like, great, I'm going to keep that and buy another one. You run into no offset account, and now you've got taxable income on the rent. That's
a bit of a planning issue.
That's a planning issue, but it's not. I mean, it's not as common, and that's a great mistake. It's a terrible problem, but it's a great problem to have, because it means you've paid down one home. So, I mean, very, very rarely is that a problem, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's